know who you are, but I know you're on the 4th year streak of being single. Drop that lotion in incognito mode, Johnny. I hate to burst your bubble, but romance anime is not gonna get you a girlfriend. However, it's enough to get your lonely heart beating again. Here's the top 10 best new romance anime of 2024. Before we get into it, don't forget to drop a like, and if you're new here, do well to hit the bell icon and subscribe for more content like this. Coming first from the bottom is a condition called love. Listen, there's 2 ways to handle a breakup or rejection. You either become the villain, close your heart to love, unlock your Batman era, and become the alpha male every girl drools over cause the bad guys always get the girl, or you could try your love again until it works out. For Hananoi, it's the latter. After losing 20,000 aura points for getting dumped, despite his bad boy looks, he goes all out with a love confession to Hotaru, a girl who feels nothing, like a robot.
No.
They're 2 odd souls who have very different ideologies of love. Hotaru is a shy, introverted girl who is swung into the spotlight thanks to malicious love activities by Hananoi. On the other hand, Hananoi is so passionate about love, you'd think he didn't have a goal in life. Actually, he doesn't. This brings about a rough collision between them cause Hotaru cannot process the mechanism behind feelings or romance. If you've ever tried explaining a situation to a brick wall, then you'd understand what Hananoi faces, even though it comes off as a yandere. And for the record, yandere's personality is sweet, loving, innocent, and charming until they fall in love, and they fall damn too hard to the extent it becomes possessive and almost irritating. Hananoi's obsession shines through this anime and has him doing outrageous deeds, like changing himself and creating a shrine dedicated to worshipping Hotaru, and to the point he gives her an ultimatum to accept his love or they never speak again. To sum it up, Hananoi shifts from being a red flag to being a walking red billboard. However, this anime depicts that people are not perfect, including Johnny. It shows Hotaru's and Hananoi's journey as they discover their flaws and somehow make things work between them. Fun fact, Hananoi's character is the perfect example of if he wanted to, he would. But don't go around giving these girls an ultimatum. Bro to bro, you'll get dumped. 9th on the list, our magical girl and evil lieutenant used to be arch enemies. I nearly ran out of breath saying that one, but joke's on me, cause I'm a bot. Wah wah. On this note, who knew arch enemies stood for future soulmates in another multiverse? From arch enemies to arch lovers? No, that is peak drama with the best twist. Also accompanied by the fact that their romance slapped harder than the lieutenant's evil plans, and I shipped it. The story focuses on Mira and Byakuya. One is a brilliant strategist and right hand to the demon lord of an elite villain organization, while the other is a fairy-like creature whose aim is to stop the bad guys. But when my boy sees Byakuya for the first time, he melts faster than ice cream on a hot summer day. He aborts Operation World Domination and launches love missiles targeted at Byakuya's heart. It's not every day you see a villain fall in love with the girl he's meant to X. Mira and Byakuya's personalities are like the sun and moon shining at the same time, which is logically impossible. Nevertheless, we see Mira go out of his way to impress Byakuya. Talk about a dude with misplaced priorities. If you love floating hearts, lovey-dovey yet shy encounters in a rom-com, this one's for you. The magical girl and evil lieutenant used to be arch-enemies, but now they team up to navigate the chaotic world of romance and love, where the real battle is against cheesy dialogues and awkward dates.
参謀さん
さあ、終わらせよう。この関係を。
Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp, slips in at 8th place. How I love romance anime from the medieval era. Royal Lady with the Lamp follows the footprints of its predecessors, Earl with the Fairy, and why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion. In this story, someone beats Truck-kun to his job by isekai glazing a doctor at the peak of her medical career. The anime begins in a surgical ward where a talented doctor recalls her past life as an evil empress and how much destruction she brought to the kingdom after marrying the late emperor's son. In a journey of redemption, she decides to make up for her errors and become a better person. She becomes an outstanding doctor who saves lives, but hers is eventually cut short again. She meets an unfortunate end in a plane crash and wakes up in her first lifetime as the noble's daughter, Elise. So her life as a doctor seems as though she was in a very long dream. Surprisingly, her second reincarnation is just before her marriage arrangements with the emperor's son, Lyndon, who happens to be the same man who ordered her execution for ruling the kingdom with tyranny. Yeah, I know this is a romance countdown and we're establishing just one character, but to be fair, Elisa's backstory is the foundation of their relationship. So much so that when she becomes profitable in the kingdom by saving the emperor with her medical knowledge, Lyndon warms up to her changed and kind personality. Next, we have an archdemon's dilemma at number 7. Not gonna lie, this anime heals something broken in me. Like a crushed heart, crushed testicles. Yeah, forget I said anything. So we have Zagan. He's a powerful sorcerer who is feared among his fellow sorcerers. Before becoming a great mage, Zagan had a rough start in life, so he definitely knows what it means to hit rock bottom. All of that came to an end when he picked up some Andrew Tate podcast on how to level up as a bro and worked his ass off to become the coolest kid on the block. Now Zagan has the looks, money, and power. However, he lacks one tiny detail, and that happens to be good communication. Zagan lacks social skills and is unable to express himself, labeling him as cold and ruthless. All of this changes the first time he sees Nephilia as an auctioned slave. His tongue ties up at how unbelievably pretty she looks, and decides to throw some coins. For the record, it's not pity, but more of love at first sight for him. However, Nephilia misunderstands Zagan's premise, thinking he merely needs her as a hole-stretching tool. I wouldn't blame her for thinking that way. That was the trending business in their world, and this guy legit spends his fortune to buy her off her ruthless master's shackles. Just when she thinks she's done for being a slave to the guy whose outward appearance is as terrifying as the zombies from Zom 100, she gets to experience a beautiful feeling with Zagan and slowly learns to open herself to the warmth of romance. This show opens its viewer to a trope about master and slave dynamic and how it just works despite the complications with their differing pasts and personalities. Pushing 2 Ps. Gigi Harem sits pretty at number 6. What Gigi doesn't experience in his unfortunate life is to meet a shapeshifter. Matter of fact, the title Gigi Harem is more of a clickbait for harem lovers, because all we get is just one guy and one girl with many personalities. Brief question to harem lovers though. Do you enjoy watching 4 girls fight over who gets to screw a protagonist that's not you? So Edgy comes off as such. He's a regular student, a super gloomy kid who dreams of having a harem, knowing fully well that it's never happening. I think I might have shot myself in the foot with that one. Meanwhile, Rin is the first-year student who hopelessly falls in love with a senior from the drama club, Edgy. She's also a talented actress who brings Edgy's harem dream to life by acting out different personalities. There's a Sindre, a little sister, a spoiled brat, and lots more that don't differ from Rin herself. So don't go thinking she's a bipolar nutcase. Acting exposes Rin to confidence, making it easier to rizz up Edgy, who's unaware of her true feelings. So Edgy pretty much experiences diverse girls who have a crush on him, but from one Rin. Of course, don't go thinking these two have zero complications in their relationship, because it nearly hits bikini bottom bad when Rin confuses Edgy's feelings are meant for one of her personas and not herself as Rin. If fluttering red cheeks, not the other cheek, Johnny, cute bunny eyes, and slow paced are your definition of a good romance story, then you have Gigi Harem. It's a rom-com and slice of life guaranteed to make you laugh out loud and giggle. The plot this time around is not oversized bouncing melons. Furthermore, if Rin manages to pull 50 characters, then I think it's safe to say it's 50 Shades of Rin. See what I did there? Before we move on to number 5, we love giving quality to weebs because we all know quality is what weebs deserve. Now imagine what liking and subscribing will help us accomplish as a channel if 100% of viewers do that right now. Tapping these buttons, buttons, will keep us on our A game, so do well to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for that. At number 5, Spice and Wolf time travels and gets a stunning remake in 2024. If I were serious with my life, my first kid could have been graduating from high school since Spice and Wolf's first release. Hashtag cries and unable to pull a baddie. Also, it would be blasphemy if you didn't watch Spice and Wolf's first release from years ago. Well, there's no need to fret, my friend, because you can definitely make it up for this remake. We have Lawrence, a goodwill merchant who travels through cities, and then boom, he finds the wise wolf god sleeping in the back of his cart one night. What makes it more intriguing is that this wolf god takes the form of a female named Hollow. Do I need to tell you how scandalous this could be if the show setting was cited in modern-day Japan? I don't know who you are, Lawrence, but you're watching this video and I'm not a fan. Furthermore, it's Hollow's job as the goddess to balance the harvest, and there's no finer way of doing that if she doesn't study the pattern of the human world and what it takes for them to survive. This brings Lawrence into the picture as her travel buddy and love interest. The two work hand in hand as the series goes by. Lawrence assists her in returning to her homeland, while she gives him ideas to increase his profits. They also get to experience great things together, as there are a lot of new feelings they must discover about themselves. Next on the list is Too Many Losing Heroines. This right here is peak cinema. I'm telling you, this rom-com literally had me laughing my pants out. We've seen several times, over and over again, where the childhood friend gives up their long-harbored love for their love interest. I'm still on the fence about which side I'm on. However, you can let me know which side you're on in the comments. Childhood friend or new love interest? For this anime, the story centers around Nukumizu, an average student who's often a loner in everything. His lonely life revolves when he catches a glimpse of Anna sucking on her straw and her childhood friend's drink to steal a secondhand kiss like she's featured in Kissing Booth 4. Anna has just gotten dumped by her childhood friend, and to make matters worse for herself, she urges him to go after the girl he truly likes. Due to unexpected circumstances, Anna gets stuck with Nukumizu, who lends a listening ear to her love problems. She even goes as far as to calling the childhood friend whose love prevailed as homewreckers. Yeah, she's pretty much a nut job. However, Too Many Losing Heroines gets its name from the premise where Nukumizu bumps into other several girls with different chronicles of how they got dumped.
そういうとこだよ、福水くん。
Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian is solid in its position. Y'all, I had to go through an internal struggle before putting this at number 3 because its position is definitely the top. So Alya is the idol of her class. She's a Japanese-Russian student, and what stands out about her is her hair color and pale skin, which significantly distinguishes her as a foreigner. What's not to love about her? She's an exceptional student with peak grades, eloquent, well-mannered, talented, and best of all, she has the heads of all the students rolling in the hallways when she passes. Imagine the best waifu with all the characteristics, but instead she falls head over heels for a dimwit named Masachika. Don't ask, cause there's nothing to write home about homeboy here. He's unmotivated and gloomy most times, doesn't give 2 cents about penguins dying in the north, doesn't care about being in the spotlight, and lacks self-esteem. I could go on all day about everything he's not, but let's spare him for the sake of Alya, who apparently has a massive crush on him. Just because Alya wants her feelings to remain a secret, she often crashes out her Russian language, but what she doesn't know is that Masachika understands Russian, and secretly holds her in high esteem for her intelligence. What begins as a mere admiration soon blossoms into love in denial. And yeah, who doesn't love an anime with a shy, hot waifu and lots of fluttering red cheeks?
前だろ
そうだけど、でも。
A Sign of Affection makes it to second place because it's simply a masterpiece. This anime really goes out of its way to prove that love doesn't need to be toxic before it's beautiful. No one needs to stab their lover through the heart to get reincarnated and force their love upon an enemy. No shade to Seventh Time Loop though. So this focuses on Yuki, a deaf girl who communicates with sign language, and she happens to fall in love with a stranger she meets by chance. For emphasis' sake, a hot stranger with huge lips might be in a secret competition with Gojo Satoru. Also, Itsumi is literally a walking green flag. His looks alone do not only make him a ladies' man, he's hot, extra attentive when it comes to Yuki, passionate about what she likes, hot, he makes communication easier, and did I mention he's also hot? During the anime, we see Itsumi and Yuki go out of their way to show care for each other. It also proves that communication is the bare minimum needed for love to thrive if the two hearts choose to beat for each other. It's just pure gold and a great watch. Seventh Time Loop is Who She Thinks She Is, coming in at number 1. Holy Mother of Toxic Romance, yes. Holy Mother of Hot Male Lead, definitely yes. I know I might have just shaded this anime at number 2, but a masterpiece remains a masterpiece. What are the odds you get reincarnated to your 7th lifetime, but you get slapped right in the face with a marriage proposal from the same man who screwed your, previous life? Riche has lived several lives, but every time she attempts to break through at the craft she undergoes, she meets an early death that always brings her back to the scene where her noble parents renounce her, as well as a rejected marriage proposal from a pompous prince. While she's determined to make the 7th loop in her reincarnation count, the stunning duke who killed her in her previous life shockingly proposes to her and wishes to never let her get out of his sight. Even if you're the type to swoon and get giggly, baby, 7th time loop will have you experiencing things you never thought were possible. From daring confessions to heart-stopping action, toe-kicking suspense, pausing the anime to scream at the endearing scenes to little giggles in between the show, I had to shut my iPad at some point to remind myself that I identify as a man. I can already sense the glares through my glare detector device. I know that feeling. Your favorite anime didn't get listed, huh? Well, let me know in the comments which anime should have been listed. And that's a wrap, weebs. You've made it this far, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tea. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.